Hi guys, we're all very tired here at the VGAB house.
We're
playing. Shut up! I'm doing a thing. We're playing Until Dawn so we can see if we can spook ourselves back into awake sanity. This is one of Paul's favorite games on the PlayStation 4.
I'd say that's accurate.
He's basically here to make sure that we're both convinced, and by both I mean Matt and myself, that this is a game worth playing the
I'd say
rest
that's
of the
not
way
accurate.
through.
I'd say that's not accurate.
Matt, are you sold on finishing this game right now?
The fact that I played about half of it and dropped it.
I can't say that it grabbed me either, but I'm hoping that Paul can show me the light. The dying light of why Until Dawn.
Yeah, guys, that's not what I'm going to be doing here today.
No?
We're just going to be playing this game and taking a hot look at it. I really don't care if both of you don't like it or not. I had fun with it, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that had fun with it, and that's what we're doing. That's why we're playing this. We're gonna have fun.
Okay, well, I don't intend to be sold then.
I'm
Paul's
not.
not
I don't work for Supermassive Games, by the way. This game was this was created by Supermassive Games, released in August of 2015. It is a Sony exclusive. It's basically it's a horror title. If you enjoy the 1980s type horror movie, cabin in the woods type of deal, then
Your Friday the 13th.
yeah,
Okay.
type of stuff like that, then you'll probably like this.
Your Halloweens.
Yeah,
Not the Rob Zombie remakes, though.
I actually did like the Rob Zombie remake a lot. I thought I did like it. It was a lot more of a slow. It was more of a slow burn.
There were parts.
Yeah.
I liked the Michael Myers stuff a lot more than I liked that whole initial period with little baby Michael being a little redneck boy.
I like that.
Killing mice.
I like that. But yeah, it set up his story a lot better than the originals did, I think.
Well, I think that what I liked so much about the originals is that I didn't need to set it up. It was just what it was.
It's like a take. If you
Yeah.
like the originals, it maybe fleshed out the story a little bit according to the director Rob Zombie.
Right. Yes. Yep. Rob Zombie did direct the Rob Zombie remakes of Halloween, if you guys weren't aware.
So we're about halfway through. Matt, I see you were very nice to the dog there, the wolf. You treated him well.
I don't remember this animal.
You never heard an animal.
You released him from a bear trap, and he can help you fight the El Gigante later.
Guy's barely even holding on to that torch. Right. There's a shot where his hand looked pretty open there.
Map of this place. So we're not flying blind.
This is
Oh yeah, you're right. I can see that. Look at his hand.
Yeah, he's not
he's
gripping
not even
that
holding on
shit
to
at
it.
all. It's like, well, thank God my bandage is so bloody. This fucking torch is sticking right to it. That is a good dog. I
Yeah,
like that.
a boy.
I like that wolf. He's probably gonna show you to some cool stuff, huh?
He might.
Look at him. He's going.
He
You
is.
guys-
He's retroactively a good boy.
Can you run? Can you go faster so I can see more of that dog?
No, there's no running. You're supposed to take the scenery in here.
Oh, okay. That warning sign.
Yeah.
What says it? This area closed off.
Well, there's a lot of no entry, danger
no
of death.
entry. Yeah. A lot of good scenery.
So to go back though, this game was actually originally announced back in either 2010 or 11. I can't remember exactly, as a PlayStation 3 title, strictly Move. It's gonna be a motion game,
Okay.
I didn't know that.
first-person motion game.
I just like to say I see zero remnants of that
Yeah, this
in
is
this. This is a
not-
complete. This is a different game entirely.
There goes nothing.
Did that turn into anything? Do you know?
No,
No.
no.
It
Turned
just
into
turned
this.
into this.
Yeah.
This three-fingered Chris Redfield wannabe.
Well, right. I mean, the setting of it appeared to be what this is. Like, I don't think they changed much in terms of the story,
Sure.
but I think the actual mechanics of the game they overhauled.
Sure, the graphics are a lot better than what. it
Well,
was
yeah,
back.
they updated it with the Killzone 3 engine.
And that's debatable.
What engine is that?
This Gorilla's in-house something. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
I'd like to say one of the main reasons why I had a very difficult time getting into this game was a lot of technical, just kind of junk. Like I had a really difficult time with the cutscenes not running at a solid frame rate. Like we just saw back there was a lot of choppiness in it that really just it takes you out of it. Some of the controls are a little bit slippery. and I just generally had a difficult time getting into it. Wow.
Yeah, if you're if you're really care a lot about graphics and stuff like that, if you're impatient, I can see you having a difficult time getting through this game.
It's not even so much the graphics, but it's the actual way the game runs. It just, something about it doesn't feel quite right to me. I feel like on a next gen system they could have done better. And we're also playing this on a PlayStation 4 Pro, which this doesn't, I don't believe this has any sort of
No, we are running this on boost mode.
anything going on.
What
with
is that?
it.
What is boost mode? I've never.
It's like
It's supposed to
instead
make the game run
instead
better.
of patching it, they're just using Sony's little algorithm for their hardware or whatever. I don't even know what you would call it, but to potentially enhance the games.
Let us out. We are starving, freezing. I will make you pay. Stop testing us now.
And the number 9.
Probably the amount of time to spend in jail. In this jail.
9 jails.
Wow.
9 jails.
He spent 9 whole jails in jail.
Crazy what he did, mate.
He's trying to claw his way out. That was probably the bear. Is that even a bear? That seems really small.
I think
for
that
a
was
bear.
just
wolf.
another wolf.
Was it a wolf?
Yeah.
Seemed kind of bearish to me.
I might have misspoke. I don't think this isn't halfway through. This is probably 2/3 of the way through.
Okay.
Roughly. Whoa, is that a skeleton climbing up that wall?
That's a
It's a
spooky
Wendigo.
skeleton.
It's a lurker.
No, they're Wendigos, right?
Yeah, they
That's
are.
Yeah.
If we're gonna spoil things, yeah.
Seems like a liquor.
That's okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. We spoiled what
Yeah.
the creatures are. Sorry.
Garrett, you're gonna have to put something at the beginning of the video that says
I'm
spoilers.
going to call it 3 dudes play until dawn at the 66% mark. 66.6% mark for
Yes.
Ultimate Spooks.
Ultimate Spooks.
This is the
Here
B
first.
Wing, and we are B. Do you think we're B grade? We're probably less than
That's-
B grade at
you're
this
thinking
I
point.
think
of
one
yourself
thing I
pretty-
do really like about this game is that the right analog stick is like your
Look around type of thing.
and
Yeah.
it sort of shifts the light and stuff.
I won't bore you with a quick spoilery video there that we can watch.
Okay.
Let's get into more of the meat and potatoes of this game if we can.
If I also have to say one thing that I really like about this game, which I feel like it's necessary to do, I do really like the dedicated camera angles. I think that that's something that's really noticeably missing from the survival horror genre these days. It's real easy to do something in third person or first person, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 7 did a great job, but
Sure.
I really there's a very warm, soft spot in my heart for camera angles. And there's nothing more that I would love to see than like a pre-rendered background, fixed cutscene
Oh, yeah, of course.
game. Just in the survival horror spectrum in some way, shape, or form.
Remember when Resident Evil switched from totally fixed backgrounds to when they got to like Code Veronica, how they'd start to kind of follow you around a little bit?
Yeah.
I remember that being really, really kind of cool.
Yeah, with Code Veronica, it was this is a lot like Code Veronica, like how it has its own like separate ways. Like the cutscenes are all still like in engine and stuff, and everything was cool. Like that first cutscene with the tyrant when he just smashes that scientist's head in the freaking
yeah.
window there. Man, that was so cool.
Yeah.
And just like that entire area, but they still like have the established areas, even though it's not pre-rendered. It's still whatever. Like it's still really good. But just in general, like seeing the fixed camera angle is a very welcome thing, and it
It's
makes
kind
me
of makes you a little nostalgic, even though this is a really new game.
yeah. And it makes me feel a little bit bad about not being able to play this the way I wanted to.
How do you mean?
Like being that I wanted to play this game at some point in time, enough to buy it, but then not enough to play it very long because of the way it runs and just
got to you too much.
yeah, like it really bothers me for a full price game at the time.
Oh, see that? Some spookings going on here.
Yep, we're ready for it. You've got a gun, you've got
Absolutely.
a torch, you're ready to kill. But like this is exactly
Yeah, it's very scenic.
what I would want from a survival horror game this day and age.
I got high hopes for the Resident Evil 2 remake. I got high hopes for it. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I think that one of the worst things they could do with that is to make it first person like they did with 7, as well as they did with that. Like
Whoa! I don't think Resident Evil 2 is not long enough of a game to make it first person.
You've got 2 separate stories.
It's still, I mean, the Leon A is what? Like, how long does that last? 5 hours, 6 hours, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go left here.
And that like this type of stuff seems unnecessary. Like, why wouldn't you just use your character? Why wouldn't you just interact with your character and make him go to the left?
Yeah, this game's not built like that.
I don't
Because
entirely
then you get like people that are just running around in circles in the hallway.
right.
It's
Like
just not how the game is. Not how the game. Like Matt said, it's not how it's built.
right, and that's just one of the other reasons why I have a difficulty like clinging on to this game, because it's something that I should like, but it's just not. It's not interactive in the way the game should be, to the point where I can play it and actually feel like I'm playing it, as opposed to just.
So it's not
Interacting with the various
interactive
things.
enough for you. Like you'd like
Yeah,
it to be
like
a little
it's-
bit more.
This is like, I guess to compare it to something similar but of a different genre, it's a lot like The Order in the way where you don't really have.
Yeah.
I guess even like The Order probably has more interaction in some ways.
No, I mean
The combat,
Yeah, the combat, I guess.
Don't talk.
right?
But that's not a diverse.
Oh, okay. I made it. Usually I fail at those. It's really hard to not move the PlayStation controller at all.
I remember playing through like the first Resident Evil the first time, and I feel like this scene should be a lot more tense, but the fact that everything that you're doing is scripted takes away all of that tension for me.
That's a good point, knowing that it's that it is scripted, but they try to throw things in there, you know, that
Right. But at its face, like, it's still very binary. Like, it's either you hit this or you don't. Like, grabbing that bottle, like, that's just a button, which...
yeah. We haven't
In-
mentioned yet, but one of the cool things about this game is that there's a cast of about, I think it's like 7 or 8. You play as a bunch of teenagers, and
Sure.
the way you play it, you can either save all of them or they can all die by the end of the game. And I think that's pretty cool. That it's touted as like a choice matters game, and you know stuff like Telltale gets a lot of flack to where choices really don't matter. But I think in this game it's a lot heavier. That you really need to be careful about what you do. Pay attention to the environment. Pay attention to where you're going, or else your character will die at a moment's notice. And I thought that was really cool when I first played it.
Sure. And I guess I would find a lot more depth in that if the interaction with the game weren't so,
Time, boys.
like,
Minimal,
literally hit or
minimalistic.
miss.
Yeah.
And I would love to see it fleshed out in a different type of game.
Isn't there like an Until Dawn VR game that's out now?
There is, yeah.
How is that? Have you?
No, I have not played it.
No.
It's an on-rail shooter.
On-rail shooter.
Yeah. It's not. I think Until Dawn was slapped on it.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked the rail shooter Resident Evil games, Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside
Yeah, but this had
Chronicles.
depth.
This had depth.
That and Survivor. That's what Survivor
Your
is.
Resident Evil Chronicles games had more depth than Until Dawn Rush of Blood.
Oh, right.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much just 6 stages and you're on a rail cart.
Yeah.
Well,
Fair.
Who doesn't like on-rail shooters though? Reminds me of the old days in the arcade.
yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Area
fine,
51.
I think they've got to be done right, and they've got to be done with like a certain. I'm gonna say purpose, but I don't mean purpose.
Not good.
But like,
Well, what do you mean?
Time Cop was really good.
Crisis.
Well, either or.
Really?
Either or.
I didn't know there was a time cop. Oh,
I think Time Cop.
need to pay attention
Am I
here.
thinking of Time Cop? I'm gonna have to look this up actually.
When I think of on rails, the first thing I think about is Time Crisis.
I'm probably thinking of Time Crisis. Time Cop was a movie.
What
Yeah,
What are we thinking of? Then?
I'm thinking. I've got it.
Oh!
'Cause I thought I could have sworn there was a time cop.
Was there? Time Crisis.
You're thinking about RoboCop back in
on.
time.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Come on.
Let's see. This is like looked up
Unless you're
arcade
thinking about
Virtual Cop. I might be
You
thinking.
better
of Virtual
superimpose
Cop.
some images here in the video.
Yeah, we're
I want to
gonna
see some time cops up on the screen.
Yeah, all you guys are gonna be watching all this Time Cop stuff.
I could go for a Virtua Cop reboot.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Virtua anything like Virtual Fighter was fine. What was that one? They did like it was like a Virtual Fighter, but it was like a action RPG.
I don't know.
It was on the GameCube.
Virtua Fighters. No, that was right up my ass.
I forgot how well
think
the
that was it.
environments are done in this game.
Yeah,
I
it's
forgot how much I liked it actually.
like the aesthetics of the
visuals,
game
yeah.
does look good. But just like I don't know if they just like overrode it with particle effects, but some areas just have such great dips.
Well, Garrett, I got through a pretty decent part there. You want to pick up the sticks here and
Yeah, I mean, I'll
try your hand?
Yeah. Yep, I'll play this. So the first thing that I'd like to mention as soon as I pick up the controller
I know what you're going to say.
is the momentum of this character.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Just really, God, this makes me miss tank controls because my guy,
I'd say this is just as difficult as tank controls
I'd say
are.
absolutely not. Like I'm staying perfectly still right now. I'm gonna hit up on the D-pad.
Hit it once.
Oh, and also, yeah, right. Thank you for letting me know that the left stick is what I need to be pushing right now. I'm gonna
Well,
start.
that's just to look around.
I'm gonna start pressing it in 3, 2, 1, now. And that's what is that, like half a second delay before I actually start moving?
That's, I don't know, you might be...
Let's see what happens when I tilt.
I mean, this game doesn't require you to be to quickly move. That's the other thing.
Right, but if I want to
you
move
might want to
quickly,
now.
right, like, okay, I've got monsters
Don't worry,
attacking
the
me,
game's gonna run for
yet
you.
it's not a priority that I move quickly.
yeah,
Right,
it's-
and it just, okay, so I've got, I don't know what button I'm supposed to push,
Well,
but
you got-
apparently any button goes.
Usually I hit R2 for that.
I push triangle.
Did you really?
No, I push R2.
You better choose.
What if- I don't
you
know.
hold the stick
I
towards...
can't
you,
move
You want
my-
to hold this... Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
You hold in the direction you'd rather do.
Obviously, I'm going to push the button where I escape.
Yeah.
Because I get to assume that I live if
buddy.
I actually escape.
Come on down.
It's shown early in the
He's
game
not-
that escaping isn't really doing anyone very...
Yeah.
Right,
any
that,
wonders.
that opening scene at the beginning.
Well, you just
that-
killed your wolf friend.
Well,
So I hope you're happy.
he's just a dog. Not even a dog, a wolf.
That's even better. It's a wolf that came to accept you.
Yeah, yep.
What a love story.
Life's great. Well, Matt, do you want to hold on to the controller now?
I can. I mean,
I'm
Amazing. I was just gonna say.
I'm gonna continue.
Garrett
honestly,
just
I
started
continue to play
playing.
through.
I'm also. I've played this game.
Sure.
I'm just kind of here for the ride at this point.
I don't
you might
know.
wanna-
Yeah,
R2.
Choose wisely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't push X. I just blew up that entire building, so that's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Got your dog friend killed.
and I blew up a building. It's been a pretty good day.
An average Friday night.
Just another.
Oh.
Wow, and that, boy, that's taken
That looks
straight out of the
so-
1990s Casper movie.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm so
Wow.
spooked. Boy, if I wasn't awake before, I sure am now. What are all these girls doing? Why are they dressed like this? It's cold out.
Whatever you do, get the one on the left to be killed immediately. Emily.
The one that I'm playing as?
No, the one in front of you. I think her name is Emily. She's just the
That's-
worst character in anything I've ever played.
To the right.
Well, to the right when you were back there, when she was to the right of you.
You said to the left.
All right.
At the time,
You know
the
what I'm talking- yeah.
perspective was
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah.
I must be watching a different game. Is there a button where I can run? Do I just have no options
No, you're
here?
supposed to take the
I think
environments in.
L1 gives you a quickened pace.
There's like,
Or not L1, but R1, or one of those buttons you can increase
One of
your
the shoulder
walk
buttons.
speed.
yeah, this is a great. I'm really taking in the scenery. Look at all this.
No,
dark.
you're not. You're going way too fast. Slow down there, bud.
Oh, sorry.
Shit.
Oh,
Like my
man.
slot's behind me.
Man.
Fucking Mike.
Hopefully there's another way in.
Wait. Hey.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
about this?
Always go down the sewer.
Yeah.
That's like the number one rule.
Should we try it?
Well,
It's not like we
going
have
down in the
a lot of
basement usually is the number
choices
one
here.
rule, and they're already in the basement. So how do you progress from there? You go to the sewer.
Always
right?
real like do I really that part could have been just automatically done.
oh.
I don't
You messed it up.
I didn't hold it for long enough, so
No, you
she
also
just
didn't
put it
use
back
your
down.
sticks.
Yeah. Stick it.
This is okay. This is interactive.
It is.
This is the future of games. I don't know what I was thinking. This is the dawn.
Well, we knew when you started that you didn't like
Last
this
place I
game.
would wanna be
Well,
right now.
right. I mean, I didn't give it a whole lot of a shot.
No, I think by the way you're talking, I think you've given this game plenty of shots.
I gave it enough. Yeah. Yep.
You gave it enough, yeah.
I gave it as much of a shot as I wanted to at the time. And that scene right there just
Of
epitomizes
course it is. Where else would it go?
Epitomizes.
everything. Yeah, that's a word now if it wasn't before. This is the epitome of what I was talking
I get
about.
it. I get it.
That was a stupid move. Can I skip through these? Are these cutscenes?
They're
I
like
mean,
half cutscenes.
Why would you want to skip this?
Because I
mean,
go back to my character.
This is a story. This is a game that revolves around its story. Yet
And this is a cutscene where it's been, what, 48 seconds of people climbing down a manhole?
Right? Huh?
And I
mean,
noticed on your save you have a very good relationship with Chris. Are you
This
wooing
one
him?
wasn't, but we gotta
Well, he's dead now anyway.
yeah, no, it was all a ruse just to get him killed.
Is Chris the dog?
Chris was he was the blonde-haired kid. I don't know. We haven't seen it in this
He
video.
said
so.
some real shitty stuff at the beginning of the game, and that's when I knew he needed to go.
Yeah.
He's talking about...
Have you guys ever seen Mr. Robot?
I haven't watched it. I've heard things about it.
I think it's a really good show. Actually, the reason that I found out about it is because Remy Malek, the guy who plays Josh in this game, which is his same facial, it's his face mapped out in the game.
Right.
I never heard of his actor before, so I looked him up and I found Mr. Robot, and I think thought it was a really good show. So I was
Okay.
appreciative of this game for showing me something like that.
Well, way to go Until Dawn.
Yeah, thanks for showing me.
For showing Paul a new show other than Until Dawn.
Just a little
Slightly less interactive.
interesting trivia there.
Yeah. If anyone's curious about how Paul found Mr. Robot,
Who's there?
Thanks, Garrett.
we all know now. No, it's cool. It's cool that you would find somebody through that or find a show through that.
Sure.
Obviously, I'm going to rejoin the group. I don't care about some
Hello?
voice. They're probably dying. Why would I want to watch someone die? I'm just little orphan Ashley hanging out. Gosh. She golly.
Oh god. Oh my gosh.
Boy, this is. Ugh. I do like all the blood that she's got on her. That's cool. That's reminiscent of a
I am
game
so glad
that
to
I
see you.
would like.
Glad you're safe.
You know, I actually kind of like the way the movement feels.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of do. It's like comfortable, I feel like.
Real comfortable
yeah.
is how you would describe that.
Look
I
there.
would describe it
I
as
mean,
the
I don't-
polar
yeah, I
opposite.
don't
I
think it's-
suppose we're never gonna make it up there.
For this type of game, it's totally
No,
fine.
I think
Yeah.
I can. I think I can do it. It's like
Yeah,
a
I
rock
just-
wall.
This type of game I don't think is the type of game for me then, though.
Good luck.
If.
Let's write the developers. Let's get you some DLC. We'll get you a skateboard in here.
Yeah.
Do some sick trip.
Give me the Tony Hawk DLC.
yeah.
Show
Maybe a
me
unicycle.
Until Dawn Underground 2. I want to rip sick grinds all over all this wood. Let me kickflip over this stalagmite.
I'm glad you said stalagmite.
Yeah, I know it is.
Not a lot of people know that.
No.
Know that difference.
The easy way to tell is the M
Yep.
is, pointed up like it's coming from the ground, and the T,
The
for
T
tight
hanging
is
down.
pointing down, yeah. 5th grade teacher taught me that. Shout out to Miss Fochman.
I didn't hear that until my 9th grade teacher, Mr. Denton.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Matt, did you figure out any cool ways to describe or discern stalagmite from tight by any cool teachers you'd like to shout out?
I was in a cave once, and I just kind of learned that while I was in the cave.
You got a tight stalagmite.
The mines, right?
No, this is unrelated.
I forgot that I have to be looking at.
In Kentucky, there were caves. We were in caves.
Oh, was that through Boy Scouts?
God, no.
Oh, I did it through Boy Scouts.
Oh,
I also went to Kentucky.
Not into Boy
in
Scouts.
some caves.
You were in the Boy Scouts, Garrett?
Yeah, for a short period of time.
It's interesting.
I guess.
Can you light all the fires in the woods and stuff?
Oh yeah, I light all of them.
Well, that might be risky.
It doesn't matter. It's all just.
No, actually,
I'm just gonna push some buttons
actually stuff
until
like
I do
that.
what I want.
Like if you choose to leap or kind of safely get to a spot that's next to you instead, you have the quick time events are a little bit faster. Like you have to pay more attention as
Oh, is
opposed to
that-
just like slowly climbing to the side.
I can beat you.
So there is actually a difference.
Oh, okay.
This part should be interesting for you.
Should it?
I'm
looking forward.
Might just be recognized as a scenery, but you should go to the end of the path there.
Oh, this end of the path, not the other end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the sparkly thing because I've been told that those are items. Oh,
All right.
I
Well,
get to
just-
do I get to do another quick time event. Great.
Yeah, you might have just blown it.
I probably blew it. Sorry, guys, I blew it.
That's okay. This game takes some time to actually go through, you know.
Right. I should have been more thoughtful of my process. Could have been a contender. Could have been somebody. Could have been alive.
Hello?
Am I going to find another human being here? Because the whole reason why I went in this direction was to, join back up with my group. Now my group seems to be gone.
You guys ever get that Final Countdown song stuck in your head?
Da-na-na.
Da-na-na-na-na. Matt?
Yeah. What was that smoke? Was that just rubble? Disturbance in the rock?
It's just until dawn.
I just didn't know if that was a cue for something or something was actually happening.
Can't grab that. I just. This is so.
Come on, girl, you could do it.
I like Dragon's Lair. If that's any indication,
I haven't played it.
it's quick. It's easy to die. This is a mine. I do like how I can use the right stick to move my camera, or not my camera, but my light around.
There he is.
Cool, there's Chris.
Hey, Daddy, over.
Get him.
Just
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
It,
That
it was like,
awful.
it would only let me move so far down. Like it anticipated that it was going to move.
No,
up
just the way
and
the
be like-
Wendigo reached for you and there was a pause before you could hit him just looked ridiculous.
Right, I had to go into bullet time.
Yeah.
Fine, all right.
Alive, for a start.
Oh, that's Mike, not
No,
Chris.
that's good.
Sorry, I got
Yeah, Chris is
confused by the
dead.
fact that he looks like Chris Redfield.
I was gonna warn you about the Wendigos.
They're all supposed to be unmemorable knockoff
find
teen
a way down to
characters
this
that you don't really care about.
Oh, then I think he looks more like a Jason. What? What do you mean?
Going to the next chapter there.
Yeah, we finished
Okay.
the chapter.
I think that's a good spot to switch off then, Matt. I'm going to hand the controller over to you and let you get caught up to speed with what I just did seconds ago.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Mike,
I
there's
feel like...
no key for the cable car.
Josh, he's gotta have it.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, he's
I
gone.
you know what? I completely understand. Like
It may
your
have taken him down
somber
to the mine.
silence there. Gosh, just the felt moving on his coat.
You know, it's not a game that I would play through over and over again.
No.
But I did play it. I played it
Get that
through
key right from that thing's
Over
goddamn
and
bed,
over?
then I'm
Maybe
gonna get us all the hell out of here.
2 to 3 times just so I could see all the different outcomes with the different characters. And when I was
Like
done,
this, what is that?
when I was
What
done,
is-
I felt really satisfied with it. And
Okay.
it was a
Find a way
positive
down where this fucker
experience for
lives.
me.
I'm happy for you, Paul.
Thank you.
Everybody
Thank you.
deserves more positive experiences in video games.
Wow.
At the end of the day, like it doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter what
Especially what Garrett says.
anyone No, if anything, everybody should be listening to me. If they want games to be good, make games great again.
Well,
is what I have to say.
heard it straight from the horse's mouth.
Horse is a
Don't
horse.
don't
of
look
course,
a gift
of
horse
course.
in the video game mouth.
In the jaw.
Yeah, this guy was on Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
Is that Tim?
Yeah, that's
Is that
Tim. That's Tim
That's Tim
Heidecker.
Heidecker's dad.
He was the guy selling the
Gob,
Cinco
right?
Boy. Yeah, Job.
Go Job.
Gob.
Gob. Are you liking your new single boy?
Isn't he pretty?
He's got some teeth on him.
Yeah. He's an interesting boy.
Sure.
I guess one thing I am curious to see is how this whole thing pans out. Like, what is Dr. Hill?
He's a doctor.
Well, no. He's obviously not. Something else is going on here.
You don't know. You don't know his college background. He could have gotten his.
I don't think
doctorate
Dr.
in
Hill is really
something.
anything. I think he might be a figment.
I mean,
That-
we have spoiled a lot. I really don't want to spoil anything else for the random person 2 years from now that's watching this that hasn't played Until Dawn, that's been out for 5 years. But yes, Matt, you are correct.
I didn't even finish this game. Got
But
it.
wait, guys.
He represents not any character in the game. He's
He's like the
he's
dungeon master, right?
He's you, pretty
can
much.
consider.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of another game called Silent Hill Shattered Memories,
Yes.
where you also spend a whole lot of time with because he's the therapist at the beginning, right?
Yeah, Doctor. What
Why
the
are they
hell's his
doing
name?
French?
Doctor. From he's the psychologist from the first game. He's not even a psychologist in the first game. He's a regular like PhD regular
Right.
doctor.
But he determines a lot of like the gameplay junk.
There's Mr. Robot.
Sure.
Yeah.
But hey, what about what would happen if you added a P before Hill? Then he would
He'd
be
be Phil.
Dr. Phil,
Dr. Phil.
right?
So one thing I really don't like about this, there's certain angles where the facial animations
Looks kind of weird.
Yeah, and I don't know. I can't really figure out exactly what it is that's so bad.
It is like I do kind of get that.
It's like the proportions are weird.
It's got like that awkward, like at the beginning of 3D, like this is the beginning of facial expression to this degree,
Facial mapping.
where it should look more real. Like they did a good job making it look real, but it doesn't look real like it should.
It's kind of.
Kinda.
Are you saying like maybe like a kind of an uncanny valley type of effect?
Yeah,
All alone. But you're
Yeah.
with us now.
or like
Family.
looking at early, like PS2 era, realistic graphics look
Why didn't
more
you save us,
creepy
Josh?
Yeah.
as reality
you
than
want
they
us to
do.
die?
Yeah. That's
human at this
uncanny
point.
valley. Like
And
we're-
this looks more creepy than it does real.
there's kind of a point where it crosses over to where it can look too much like a human, but at the same time it really doesn't look like a human.
Right.
Where it just kind of tricks your brain and it kind of makes you freak out.
And I think like Injustice 2
at
has
that.
done
Punch that pig.
a better job with facial expression from some of their things, from like some GIFs I've seen. Injustice
Okay,
isn't
so
really a thing I'd play. Got some guts going on here.
Yeah.
this
global
kind of
guts.
this is more gore than I'm used to seeing.
Does it bother you?
No, well, no, but like, okay.
Boy, I'm so convinced. Wow, that looked real.
Why did you save us, Josh?
I mean, this is
Why
all,
did you want us to die?
man.
Anybody that hasn't played this game that wants to should not be watching this at all right now.
We should have started the video like that. This kid looks like Brendan Fraser's son. I'd just like to take a moment and point out
That's that's a
I
good
think
call.
he's
Good
got
call.
some
I
real.
think after that, I'm ready to just.
He's got some
Did
real
we call
Brendan
it there?
Fraser
Yeah.
vibes. Matt, did you actually interact with anything in that?
I walked around the room
that whole
like,
time?
a few square feet. And
You
that-
did
You know,
very little.
there's only so much that can be shown of the actual like.
Matt's
doing-
feeling sick.
What are you talking
everybody.
That's fine.
And actually, I'm actually kind of curious to just finish this. So,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I guess I would like to see this in like a movie form. Wasn't there like I feel like there was a movie about like a sniper or something where you could go through the menus in the movie and decide or like watch it from different angles and alter the
Oh,
movie. in
yeah.
Are
some
you
way,
talking
shape, or
about
form.
like Goosebump style, where like
No,
you flip the
it
page
was
this?
like
and go-
it was a movie.
Yeah,
no,
this-
I'm just
It was,
talking
yeah,
about.
but it was like a similar thing. I mean, this is
You could
also
basically
very
switch
similar.
perspectives
Yeah.
to see different things unfold that were happening.
yeah,
Yeah.
This kind of medium has been around for a long time.
I would like to see. Well, I'm just saying, I would like to see this on PlayStation 4 in the form of a less interactive thing,
and more of a
so I wouldn't have to play
more
through it.
mechanics that you can.
No,
mess
I just
around
want it to be a movie. I would rather
Oh.
watch this than I would play it because I don't like how it felt in my hands.
with. Well, that's what we're all here for, Garrett. That's what we're here. That's what VGAB's here for.
Yeah, so if anyone's I would rather watch this episode than be a part of it.
Oh.
If anybody's curious about my final thoughts on the game, I'd rather be watching this episode than playing through it.
My final thoughts. I'm a huge fan of horror, especially 80s type horror. You know, that kind of camp, and I feel like this game perfectly encompasses that. I really enjoyed the story. The fact that you do feel like your choices actually are doing something. I really enjoyed all of it. Like I said, I think this game is worth at least 2 playthroughs if you want to see the
I
outcomes.
thought you were
of
going to
everybody.
say at least $2.
No, I'd say I don't remember how much I bought it for, but I'd say it's like a $25, $30 game at least.
Okay. Matt, final thoughts on the game? Still recouping from those guts.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a bit much. I wasn't really expecting that, or the pig head. I mean, there was just a lot that happened that
Yeah.
I'm still trying to come to terms with.
Yeah, that was quick.
But yeah, I mean, I'd go back and probably finish this game, especially considering how far through apparently I am.
Sure.
This is my own personal save that we played off of. So
Sorry, Matt.
It's all right. No, it's fine.
Spoilers,
I mean,
Matt.
I was here.
This
so.
stuff all happens.
But no, I mean it's I'd be curious to see if Supermassive does anything else along these lines, or if they decide to maybe do a proper game. I guess like a.
I would be appreciative of that.
How
Like-
about a Sam VR experience? It's all about her. I'd be fine with that.
I don't know what we'd do.
Oh, I
It's
know
like-
plenty of things you could do.
Just because there's
Sam-
a bathtub scene doesn't.
Sam,
mean
look at her
that
butt
route.
VR.
No, I think Sam is actually, for as forgettable as all these characters are, Sam is a pretty interesting.
Yeah, look. I mean, just look.
Well,
Sure.
no, it's not even about that. It's like she's got a very.
Blonde way about her.
What part in
Well,
particular with Sam in the game do you remember that's interesting?
She's like the main.
But
She's like the female lead in this, you know.
And?
I don't know. Her personality, as opposed to all the other dickwads in this, she's pretty level-headed. I felt.
Emily is the worst.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
She's just a snob. They're all stereotypes from
Well, exactly.
those 80s teen horror movies. They're
Yeah.
all, you got the jock, the nerd, the quirky girl, the snobby girl. That's
And
what
then
this entire game is
Sam
a love
is the
letter to
everyone.
every
Anyone can relate
woman.
to Sam.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Except for how much she moves her face.
Well, she's just resting.
yeah, I
Well,
mean,
she
like,
needs to rest instead of smacking her lips.
do you ever become like aware of how much your face isn't moving, so you have to like do something? Like maybe that's what's going on. Maybe this is all
Yeah,
occurring
but
in
I've-
like real time, and
You
she's
ever
just
sat
like,
and just watched a person? I've never seen them.
I really try not to.
Oh no.
Yeah, people do like move their faces a lot.
Yeah, but she's just like.
She's thinking
I guess
of,
she's not the worst though. What's his name? Dr. Hill.
Yeah, he had some real weird stuff going on while he was talking, where he was like moving his lip.
I think
into his
that
gums.
guy's just weird.
He's doing some
I
weird
think that's
shit.
the actor too, but I don't know.
Like, all right, we're gonna put this mocap chapstick on you so we can see every time the top of your lip goes,
Mocap chapstick.
goes directly into your gums. Yeah, I just not a fan.
Do you like the game, Sam?
Mm-hmm. I got paid for it. I was
What
in
are
it.
her eyes? What's her eyes doing? She looks like she's getting ready to seize out.
I forgot you could do that.
Just
It still looks better than Mass Effect Andromeda.
Ugh. I mean, that's apples and oranges. In this case, unfortunately, we're talking about rotten apples versus rotten oranges.
No.
No, this looks way better than Mass Effect Andromeda. But anyway, that was Until Dawn.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed. My friends.
Yes.
I'm
That
out.
has been our look at Until Dawn. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, and give that video an MF and like if you liked it.
Language.
Send us a stinking comment if you think this game stunk. If you want us to play something else, just let us know. I don't know how to end these, so this is how it's going to go. Bye.
Bye.